For our next video, we are going to be doing exercise 5.4.8, opposite blinking external LEDs. In this, we're going to be writing a program that will solve the following task. Blink two external LEDs opposite one another. One LED should be lit while the other is off. After 1 second, the lit LED should turn off and the unlit LED should turn on. Then, after 1 second, they should switch again. This should continue until the microbit is discontinued from a power source. So I know this is going to be a loop program. And they actually also include a video. So I can see I have one LED down here at the bottom, one LED at the top, and they're actually alternating. One's lit and one's the other. Now, the normal, usually a concern is that if you don't have the LEDs and you don't have the resistors, you can't do this activity. But that's not true because make code will actually allow you to simulate the LEDs. So in order to do that, I'm going to highlight my title here because I know I'm going to need that in make code. I'm going to hit Control-C, which is copy. And then I'm going to go over here to make code and I'm going to do a new project. And that's where I'm going to hit Control-V, exercise 5.4.8, opposite blinking external LEDs. Create. I do not want the block program. I want JavaScript. So there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and start with a blank slate. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I have my instructions, my pseudo code, for lack of better words, at the beginning of my program so I don't have to keep switching back and forth. So how we do a multi-line comment is /*, enter. And then I'm going to copy my instructions from over here and paste them. And then */, and boom, now I have my multi-line comment. I also have my cheat sheet, a link to which is located down in the comments. And we're going to be really focusing on right here, these digital pins on and off. That's where we're going to be looking. So before we look at our example here, our example microbit, I want to go ahead and start writing this program so I can actually show what we want it to do. So according to the instructions, we need one LED to be lit while the other is off. Well, we know this is going to be a loop, so I'm going to begin this as a loop. So it's going to be basic dot forever, open parentheses, function, open close parentheses, open curly bracket, enter. Now, when I do that, it automatically puts the closed curly bracket and closed parentheses at the end of where my program is going to be. So I need to make sure that every part of the program that I'm writing is actually inside these two things. So the first thing I want to do is turn on one external LED. Well, here's how I turn on one external LED. So is PINS, period, digital, capital W in write, capital P in pin, open parentheses, digital pin, period, and now I need the pin value. So our microbit has 0, 1, and 2. So I'm going to do P0, 1, because 1 means on and 0 means off. Now, here I can actually look at my example microbit. I'm going to run it, and you can see pin 0 has now turned on with a value of 1. It is on, and I can see that one right there being on. So I've turned the light on. Now, according to my instructions, I need to wait 1 second and then turn it off and turn the other one on. Well, that's going to be a pause. So there is my pause. So basic dot pause, open parentheses, time in milliseconds. So it's 1 second, which will be 1,000 milliseconds. And then I need to turn it off. Well, here's my example of how to turn it off. So pins dot digital, capital W write, capital P pin, open parentheses, digital pin, and then I need my pin value, which was P0, 0. And now it should wait 1 second, turn off. Okay, so of course, if I run this program it's really not going to show it. You can kind of see it very quickly turning off because I really don't have it doing anything because it's supposed to turn on the other LED. So I'm going to turn on the other LED, pins dot digital, capital W write, capital P pin, digital pin, period. And I've already used P0, so now I'm going to go to P1, comma, 1. So now it's going to be turning the other one on, and it should only stay on for 1 second. Basic.pause 1000. Now, my problem is if I run this program, once that second light turns on, I never have it turn off. So after that last basic pause, I'm going to put pins.digital, capital W write, capital P pin, digital pin, period, P1, comma, 0. Now what we should see is we have it, the first pin turning on, waiting 1 second, turning off the first pin while turning on the second pin, waiting 1 second, and then turning off the second pin. Because this is at the end of our loop, this will happen at the exact same time the beginning of our loop happens. Let's watch it. So I can actually see my two alternating right here. They're alternating back and forth, and I didn't even have to attach any external LEDs or resistors. My example microbit is doing everything that I needed to do. So let's go back to my pseudocode instructions at the beginning. Did I do everything that I wanted to do? Did I blink two external LEDs opposite of one another? Yes, I did. Did one LED should be lit while the other's off? Yep, I did that. After 1 second, the lit LED should turn off and the unlit LED should turn on. Yes, I do have that 1 second pause. Then after 1 second, they should switch again. Yep, that's what they're doing. And this should continue until the microbit is disconnected from the power source. Yep, it's a forever loop. So since my whole program is done, I'm going to kind of go over here. I'm going to compare it. It's really difficult to compare with my example here, but I know it works. So I'm going to take my code and make code, hit Control A, which is highlight all, Control C, which is copy. And I'm going to go over here to make CodeHS, and I'm going to hit Control V. There is my whole program available, and I can hit save. So this was the entire program for 5.4.8, opposite blinking external LEDs.